Hello everybody, and thank you for watching this video. I'll be 2 or 3 minutes. I just wanted to give you a brief intro into taxxguy and what the tax, getting your tax return, what that experience should look and feel like. First of all, name of the company is, I'm Mark Blazewski, and the name of the company is called the taxxguy, or taxxguy, with 2 X's. I like to think the extra X is for the extraordinary service that I hope you'll allow me to give to you. And that's going to be Mark at taxxguy, 2 X's, and taxxguy.com is my website. At any rate, so I watch a lot of, I read a lot of journals, I watch a lot of webinars, I'm constantly trying to learn, and I came across an accounting journal that had a really, really interesting article, and I'm going to paraphrase here, but basically the name or the title of the article was, "I Thought They Loved Me." And what the story was, it was written by an older partner who had just taken on some younger partners. And his younger partners were insisting that he goes to the remote model of tax return, that he does everything, utilizes technology, that people stop coming to his office for the traditional 1.5 hour interviews, and that they instill technology to get the information back and forth, et cetera, et cetera. And the older partner's position was, no, this will never work. And the reason it will never work is because my clients love me. And they want to come in and they want that hour and a half of FaceTime with me, that's incredibly important to him. But at the end of the day, the older partner did not get his way, and he had to adhere to the new policies. So he broke this into his clients, didn't know how to break the horrible news to them that they didn't have to come in and sit in his office for an hour. And he was shocked to find out that his clients were thrilled. They were absolutely thrilled. You mean I don't have to spend an hour in a tax accountant's office? And he was, for him it was a revelation. For me, not so much a revelation, but more of a push to get things going in the right direction. So what I've done is I've contracted with a company, and they have a product called taxxguy. And taxxguy is a mechanism to get information from the taxpayer to me, and my information to the taxpayer. Now, most of these things are designed for accountants, and they're accountant friendly, but they're not really client friendly. I mean, they're okay to use, but there's nothing there that wows the client. It's just a utility that the client can utilize. But in this case, the taxxguy actually is going to make your life easier. First of all, it will run across all your electronic devices, from your laptop down to your smartphone, or if you have a tablet. Let's say you get a piece of mail in early February. You get let's say you get a W-2 from your job, right? So you open up your W-2. So all you have to do is open up the app. It takes a second, snap a picture of it, and you're done. That is now locked in to your tax file for that year. That information, I'll get an email saying that you put the information there, and you put the information there, and it's there forever. You'll always have access to it, which is the other nice thing. Traditionally, portals are controlled by the accountant, and I feel, there's a certain degree of, holding clients hostage, or maybe they feel that way because we have your information. The information in the taxxguy is yours and always will be yours. It also is able to download directly from your brokerage accounts or from your banks. So if you have information you need to download, you'll be able to download everything right in there. You don't need to receive mail. You don't have to get a scan. You don't have to send a scan. We are trying to get away from scanning and attaching documents to emails, because this turns out to be a very, very, very dangerous way to convey information. Computers are hacked into, information is stolen. It's just not a good way in this day and age of all this identity theft. It's not a good way to transfer information. So anyway, the Tax Caddy is a beautiful thing. There'll be a little bit of a learning curve, but it's easy to use, and it's going to be a wonderful device, and I think you're all going to love it. As a matter of fact, I put a link here called Tax Caddy. You click on that link, and there's I think a 2-minute intro video just to sort of give you an idea of how the application works. Okay, so from there, I get the information from you. And by the way, I can get it through the Tax Caddy. I can get it via fax, or even the old-fashioned way, I can get it from snail mail. There are several clients that I deal with from all over the country, and they prefer making copies of all their documents and mailing them in. And you know what? That's fine. I have no problem with that either. So basically, I'll get the information, and then there'll be some back and forth because I'll need an explanation. I'll have a couple questions about something, whatever it is. And we can do that by email. We can do that by phone call. Now, at the end of the day, I have your tax return done to my satisfaction. As far as I know, everything's correct. At that time, I'm going to send you an email, and the email is going to say, hey, John, hey, Sally, your tax return is ready for review. In that email, I'm going to give you a link. You're going to click that link, and it's going to bring you to the calendar within my website. You don't have to go to my website. You don't have to navigate. It's going to bring you right to the calendar. It's going to give you different options of days and times to make an appointment. All these appointments are going to be pre-blocked for 30 minutes. I don't anticipate needing 30 minutes, but we're putting 30 minutes there just in case. For a few rare exceptions, we may need more than 30 minutes. If that's the case, obviously we would do more than 30 minutes. And what I would do is you click on, you go to the calendar, you make that appointment. Once you make that appointment, you're going to get an email with a link. And at the appropriate time, you're going to click on the link, and it's going to bring up GoToMeeting, and we're going to be connected by our computers. The beauty about this is that I'm going to be able to share my desktop. So I'll bring up your tax return. I'll have you looking on with me, and together we'll go over the tax return. And obviously, some of you like to go into much more detail than others. Others just want to know what their refund is. They want the broad brushes. Others want the nitty-gritty details of exactly how everything was treated, where everything was. I'm perfectly happy with both those scenarios. Once we've agreed that the tax return is final, everything is complete to your satisfaction, we now have to get your signature on the pages before I can e-file. By law, I must have those in my possession, okay? The IRS does allow that to be done electronically, however, okay? So in the past, it's been a bit of a pain in the neck. You've either had to come in and you've had to sign them, or we've attached them to an email, you've downloaded them, you printed them, you signed them, then you uploaded them, you scanned them, you mailed them to me, you faxed them to me, whatever. What we're going to do now is we're going to send you a link, hey, this is ready to be signed, and you're going to be able to sign it electronically, again, on whatever device you're on. It's going to be very similar to credit checks, where you have to answer 3 of 5 questions correctly, and then it will allow you to electronically sign. Questions will be like, which one of these addresses have you lived in before? Which one of these types of cars have you owned? We've all seen these questions. Takes maybe 20, 30 seconds. You just do that, electronically sign. Boom, it goes into the Tax Caddy. It comes straight to me, and we're all set. So the minimum of fuss for you trying to make things as life is easy. For those of you that want to do things the more old-fashioned way, for whatever reason, I could work with you there. Give me a call. Again, it's taxxguy with 2 X's, mark@taxxguy.com. Taxxguy.com is the website, and I really hope to hear from you very soon. God bless. Have a wonderful day.